The hottest debate of the past 3 months is who is Kaizer Chiefs going to appoint next as the head coach. And we have kind of established the fact that it's going to be kind of tricky to bring on Pitso Mosimane as the next head coach. And people have different opinions on him, but there is another man who's been linked with Kaizer Chiefs and who has kind of given us a reason and reasons actually to show why he could actually come to Kaizer Chiefs and fit like a glove. Hello and welcome to Kosi Nation Fan TV. I am Belo, I am your host, and this is where fans meet and talk about Kaizer Chiefs. Amakusi Football Club, and here are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 reasons why Sid Ramovic would be a great Kaizer Chiefs coach. Number one is the fact that he's cheap. One of the first things that we have talked about when it comes to Kaizer Chiefs is their financial muscle. And a lot of people will argue. Some will say, oh, we can afford pizza, we have a lot of sponsors and all of that stuff. But if we're being honest, in practicality, we've seen that Kaizer Chiefs do not seem to splash out the cash. They usually say, no, we have to keep the money because we're a business and we have to be profitable, yada, yada, yada. So looking at Sid Ramovic and bringing him and his technical team to Kaizer Chiefs will not be as expensive as it would be to bring Pitso Mosimane. And I know someone is already thinking, Mpilo, but we can't go according to who's cheap. We need to get the best of the best. But let's be realistic, Makosi. We know our team and we know their spending habits. We know how they like to spend. They like to be very safe in what they do. And because they will spend much, much less money on Sid Ramovic coming to Kaizer Chiefs, I think that might just make it even more possible for him to come to Chiefs. Reason number two is the fact that he's already in South Africa. Because there are already some of the things that people have been saying, because there is a group that is insisting that Kaizer Chiefs should get a foreign coach. We'll talk about that in a moment. And some people are saying, oh, but foreign coaches will have to come to Chiefs, will have to come to South Africa, then adapt. That's a process on its own, and that might be problematic. But Sid Ramovic is already in South Africa and is kind of crushing it with TS Galaxy. And a person who's already used to the system or kind of used to the environment of being in South Africa, used to the league that it is the Premier Soccer League that is, it's already easy for him to adapt because he has to literally move from Mpumalanga and come and be in Gauteng. You see, it's not going to be any time to adapt and say, oh no, give him 3 months for him to adapt to South African football. He already understands South African football. He's already destroying fools in South African football. In fact, he's already won against Chiefs, won against Sundowns just this season alone. So he definitely knows what he's doing in South African football. He's not doing any finder anymore. Next reason is the fact that he doesn't have any excuses. You know, there are a lot of things and there are a lot of excuses that we make for coaches or that the coaches make when they don't do well at Kaizer Chiefs. Oh, they are not patient. Oh, this and that. Let me give you a picture. ETS Galaxy, I will just give you two key players that they lost this season. The first one is Kevin Msimang. The second one is Batusi Aupas. They lost 7 in total, but I'm just giving you the 2 players, the 2 very, very key players. And what did he do? He did not moan and say, oh, I lost 7 players, so that's not great, because that has kind of distracted the flow of my team. Now I need 3 months to rebuild the team. No, there was no time to rebuild. Because that's the story that we've been getting from Kaizer Chiefs. Oh, we're rebuilding. Oh, we lost a lot of players. Oh, we released a lot of players. But with Sid Ramovic at TS Galaxy, he loses 7 very key players. And the very following season, he starts destroying fools. And to prove this, right, he played the first game. And the second game that he played in the league was against Chiefs. And guess what he did? He won, and it wasn't even finder. It was a straight and clean win that you realize that this is good. By the way, I even forgot to tell he's in goal. So he lost a keeper, he lost a defender, he lost a midfielder. Yet the season starts, and all of a sudden they are running like a well-oiled machine. Where is the building process? There was no building process. He didn't build. Like there was no, oh no, let's try and find a replacement for Mbunja. No, it just continued and actually got even better. So I like that fact that Kaizer Chiefs, right? There is a lot of things that we complain about. Oh, they are not bringing the players that we want. But the coach has proven that he can take players that other teams might look at and think they're average, the likes of Abo Mbunjana, and all of a sudden make them international players. Mbunjana played for TS Galaxy and all of a sudden gets called up for Bafana Bafana. And Aubas was playing under Sid Ramovic last season and end up getting called up to Bafana Bafana. Then Sundowns fans will say, oh, look at what the coach already did. Look at what Rulani did. He just coached him once and then he went to Bafana Bafana and posted. Remember that Bafana Bafana played against Morocco. Opas was still playing for what? He was still playing for TS Galaxy and was already looking like a very good player playing for Bafana Bafana. So please, let's not try and fit Sundowns. Sundowns is good, but our pass was made by Usid Ramovic. Also, what will make this channel grow is you liking the video, is you subscribing to the channel. Let's reach 20,000 by the end of the year. I know that's too easy for you guys. So maybe let's reach 21,000 subscribers because we want to grow, guys. Come on. We want to grow, right? So please do those things. Reason number 4. He's a strong coach. He is a strong coach. I was watching his interview where he was setting Rulani Mkwena straight because you remember after Sundowns lost in the penalty shootout against TS Galaxy, and then Rulani was like, yeah, congratulations to TS Galaxy, and then he started saying, but we played a day after the international break. Which team does that? And all of those things. But he was complaining having Mendieta in his squad, having Cirino in his squad, having Abo Allende in his squad. Like he had really, really good players. I mean, if you took Allende, you brought him to Chiefs, we are a completely different team. If you just took Usirino to Chiefs, all my days. If you took Mendieta, we couldn't even sign him. Just those 3 players on their own. Bonganzungu, Bedlalel Rangers, all of these quality players, yet Rulan was complaining about them, and Usid Ramovic whooped them. I know people are going to make excuses and say, oh, sometimes if you change players, you are going to affect how the team plays. Kandibona, where are they when the team is practicing? Are they not watching? In fact, those players that I just counted, they are very good players, so there's no excuse for saying, oh, they didn't perform because they are not used to being starters. Did they not know that they were going to play a day after international break? Now they are making it seem like, oh, it wasn't good enough. I mean, those players are not good enough. They are good enough. It's just that Sid Ramovic dealt hands on that day. And if it wasn't for Parker, Bonganzungu breaking Parker's leg, then that game was going to end before extra time. It was just going to end in 90 minutes. But that happened. But my point is, setting Rulani Mkwena on the side just shows that he's going to be one of those coaches who are not going to shy away from the fight, from the touchline, be diplomatic and be scared of teams or be scared of other coach or succumb to mind games from other coaches. But most importantly, the squad of Kaizer Chiefs does not need a sissy. We don't need a coach who's going to be soft on these players. We don't need someone like that. We need someone who's going to assert his dominance over these players and say, listen here, this is what we're doing. And in fact, we've already heard stories coming out about him that some players brought the wrong boots to play and then he fined them. Money, a lot of money. And that tells me that he doesn't care. And these are big players that I'm talking about. And he's been able to get every player at TS Galaxy to toe the line. And because of that ability, the strength, being strong, and knowing that you're not going to take nonsense from players is exactly what we need from a Kaizer Chiefs coach. Otherwise, we're going to have players coming to gym drunk like we saw. Like we saw with Nsegi, players were doing whatever they wanted. Now, under Johnson, they're drinking Abum Tanzani, Abu Kuni. That's just disrespectful. We need a coach who's not going to stand for that nonsense. Period. Reason number 5 is the one that I alluded to earlier. He's a foreign coach. And one of the problems that we've had with local coaches, I think, is the fact that umfana esikhule naye ngasekasi, so umfana okhule ngasekasi lami ngiyamazi lo mfana esemncane, I know he was good, I know, I know he comes from a good family. This one is here to do ispani. It's not about ukuthi ngiwasethembisa now no. I am from Serbia. I am here to get Kaizer Chiefs to win. I don't care if umama wako mama wesambato who's going to be praying for me to succeed. No, I don't care whether your mother is praying for me or not. What I want is to get the best players to always be performing out there. What I care is for Kaizer Chiefs to win, not for your mom to look at me and bring a makeke on Christmas. No. That's not what I'm looking for. So I think that is one of the reasons why the foreign coaches usually thrive in South African football, because of for Kaizer Chiefs and Pirates, because they don't care about or Tembisa or Soweto. They care more about, I'm here to do the job, and they do the job without being interrupted by Mamutoli nokupeka madombolo ngo Christmas. Do you think these reasons are valid? Why do you think he would be a good coach for Kaizer Chiefs? Or do you think he wouldn't be a good coach for Kaizer Chiefs? Let me know down in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, remember, equals Alpelumoy.